He wanted Vladimir Putin to potentially come on a WWE TV.
It's absolutely absurd. Putin shows up at a WWE show. Javon Evans is going to win the title when the time is right.
Welcome to Wrestling Republic's daily broadcast, a show where a rotating cast of wrestling fans from around the world come and share and debate their opinions, with live comments from all of you shown throughout, as after all, fans are what makes wrestling so special. So sit back, grab a beverage, and enjoy the show.
The world's strongest man, Mark Henry, y'all know him, WWE Hall of Famer, but also a very, very polarizing media figure. Respect to him. He's on the Busted Open panel, and he spoke with the good people at TMZ inside the ring, and they talked about Javon Evans, and they talked about Javon Evans's potential in the wrestling industry and the longevity. And he had a pretty alarming quote that got people talking. I will quote, he said, if he is 20 or 21 years old with the talent and the way he understands the business, he's going to slow down in about 12 years. And then in about 15 years, he'll be in his championship area. If he's blessed to have 20 more years, there is no rush. So let me preface this first because the initial headline got people going crazy. 15 years and then he'll be in the championship area. Look, that's not him saying he's got to wait 15 years to become world champion. That is saying, as young as he is, there's not a rush to go ahead and throw him into the fire. There is time for him to develop as a competitor, as in psychology, as in maturation, as in your body. That's just the ebbs and flows of professional wrestling. Should he have to wait that long? Are we having an age problem in professional wrestling? Are we pushing the old guys per se? Although when y'all say 30, I feel a type of way because I don't consider myself old. I'm a spring chicken up in here. Yep. But is that kind of an area of concern?
I think part of the reason that he didn't put a really short timeline on this, part of the reason he gave a longer figure of 15 years number is to sort of take the pressure off. Because if a guy whose voice in the industry like Mark Henry says something, it carries serious weight. Javon Evans is going to win the title when the time is right. And I believe he will because he's got all the potential in the world. No one has a higher ceiling. I would not be stunned if he does things earlier than other talents of his caliber. And I don't think Mark Henry would either. And I don't think that's what he was trying to say.
Also, the other thing, too, who the hell are we to tell these people they're too old? These guys and girls are in the most tip-top, shape, physique, health in their lives. Asuka is in her 40s, and Asuka is one of the best wrestlers on that entire roster. And I don't see Asuka retiring anytime soon. So
seeing someone like Javon Evans accomplish what he's accomplished at this age, you just can't help but be proud of him, right? There was the video of him and Roman Reigns talking backstage. John Cena said he was very high of him. During a live event, Sheamus also said he's very high of him. Speaking of someone like being his age, and the thing about being ready is when you feel like you're ready. I understand where it's kind of like, oh, we can give this guy the ball and he can run with it, and that's fine. But the way I view it, where it's kind of like I'm okay being at this position because you can get better and better and better, right? Listening to advice from different veterans like Cena, like Punk, like HBK, right? Anybody you can listen to, you're like a sponge. You want to soak up all that knowledge and learn as much as you can.
Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch were on the Burt Kreischer's Something's Burning podcast, and Seth was asked about Unreal, and he didn't have as positive of a light on it. He was asked, and he said, yeah, but I hate it. I do hate it. I don't hate all of it. There's some parts of it I think are fascinating and interesting.
I would expect nothing less from Seth Rollins. He toes the line on in and out of kayfabe all the time, and I enjoy that because that's also basically what he expressed in his exact quote. And I think Chris Weaver, and when we interviewed him, sort of covered that they were aware that there might be some pushback and that people might not like certain things about the way the show is filmed. But I do think it's more protected than people even gave it credit for. They thought just because you showed a writer's room, like we didn't assume there was a writer's room, right? There's still the air of mystery. There's still enough gray area. They didn't have rivals out at dinner, hanging out and cheersing.
Unreal is such a, I don't know. I find it more intriguing because in a way, I think it caters to those who might just watch a show casually too.
Right.
Like it's one of those
Right.
things where it's like, oh, this is on Netflix. Or even, you know who could also gravitate to? People that are casual fans or old fans. Because it shows behind the scenes of like, oh, I remember WWE, and you kind of see how it operates, and it can
You know what?
hopefully lure them back into it.
Not even to cut you off, Shad, but a phenomenon I've seen is, and because we all are here, we podcast all the time, we're on this daily show and everything, and we've all gotten the question, right? Isn't that the fake stuff? And we're like, shut up. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it, right? The amount of people that are aware that I cover professional wrestling and are aware that we do this daily show and all of that and ask weird questions like the fake thing, that have then watched the show and been like, oh, I get it now. It is fascinating to me. That's a phenomenon that has been like undercovered.
Miss CJ Perry, she also had an interview with the good people at TMZ. And she was talking about a little bit of the mastermind of Vince McMahon. He wanted Vladimir Putin to potentially come on the WWE TV.
We laugh about it, but we know it's true, right? There's a lot of stuff we can't say on air that Vince McMahon has written because that's just who he is, right? Vince writes everything for WWE. When I heard of this reminded me exactly of Hulk Hogan versus Sergeant Slaughter, right? Where Slaughter and Hogan, where Hogan's like, America, right? And it's like the big American guy. And we have Sergeant Slaughter. And it's like, well, we have the global wars with US and Iran. So we're going to have Sergeant Slaughter become an Iraqi sympathizer. Like, why are we using real life world affairs in wrestling, right? Wrestling's supposed to be a place where we have our own storytelling and our own like moments and whatnot.
It's absolutely absurd. Putin shows up at a WWE show in the corner of what, Rusev and Lana? Like, stop it. Knock it off. Like, that would have been that's what she's saying was the end game.
Yeah.
Like, what she's saying the end game is Putin is there in support of two non-Russians playing Russians. That's the most.
That's ridiculous.
Like, that doesn't I'm confused.
This is the Mount Rushmore of wrestlers currently under 30 years old. And I am going to start it off with the number one pick. I am going to select Rhea Ripley.
I am going to take, I guess, her ex, Dirty Dom Mysterio.
I'm going to take MJF. It's my best dog impression. Braun Breaker.
The Proto Star, Kyle Fletcher.
The ruler. Daddy is home. I am taking Oba Femi. That boy is bouncy. Let me get Javon Evans.
I'm taking Sol Ruka.
I'm going to go Leon Slater. Blake Monroe, the artist formerly known as Mariah May.
Give me Jack Perry.
Saya Kamatani is my last pick. I cannot allow her to go undrafted. We are back tomorrow. Earlier start time. 1 p.m. Eastern time, I believe, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's 1 p.m.
I think you're on the show, right, Des?
I am. I'll be representing America tomorrow.
Yes, Des is going to be doing the podcast before his team plays tomorrow. Me and Clark taking the day off, I think, right? Are you going tomorrow?
Yeah, no, I'm not on tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. Well, we'll let Des and the UK guys handle it tomorrow. Y'all have a good one, man. Make sure to check us out tomorrow, and we will be back. Y'all take care. Peace.